Good afternoon. The M17 Net will begin in 3, 2. Calling together all amateur radio operators. This is the weekly net of the M17 Project. I'm Ed, November 2, X-Ray Delta Delta, and I will be your net control station today. This net meets weekly on Fridays at 1700 hours UTC by means of the M17 Charlie Reflector. The purpose of this net is to relay information in regards to the M17 project. M17 is a new digital radio protocol in development as an alternative to those currently available with freedom in mind. Freedom in the code, protocol, voice codecs, and hardware. The goal is to provide a better option for digital radios in the future. We encourage all amateur radio operators to check into this net. We will take check-ins followed by an informal roundtable to discuss all things related to M17. When checking into this net, upon pushing your PTT button, please wait approximately 2 seconds before beginning your transmission, just to give everything time to catch up and we don't miss anything that you have to say. Try and keep your transmissions under 3 minutes also. And I will now stand by for regular net check-ins. Please give me your call sign using proper ITU phonetics, followed by your name and location, and if you have any information for the net.
Hi fellows, this is Wojciech, Sierra Papa 5, Whiskey Whiskey Papa, transmitting from Warsaw in Poland using DroidStar, and I have no traffic for today.
This is G4KLX, located just south of London, using DroidStar on the iOS because it doesn't seem to be working on my laptop very well. I do have a little bit of traffic for you.
This is KC1AWV, Steve, in Boston, Massachusetts. No traffic.
Victor Echo 3, Mike India Charlie. Mike in Barrie, Ontario. No traffic.
This is Golf Whiskey 8 Sierra Zulu Lima. Golf Whiskey 8 Sierra Zulu Lima. Dave in Newport, South Wales, UK. Well, a little bit of traffic.
This is Kilo 9 Foxtrot Hotel, Phil, near Chicago, coming in through a DroidStar for iOS. No traffic.
This is Kilo 5 Tango Uniform X-Ray, Russ, in Southwest Missouri, coming in via Allstar Link. No traffic for the net.
This is Delta 5, Juliet Foxtrot Kilo, Jacob from Munich in Germany. I'm coming in using the M-Voice client and no traffic for the net.
Okay, guys, let's hold it up there. Their control wishes to recognize Sierra Papa 5, Whiskey Whiskey Papa. Jonathan, with a little bit of traffic, G4KLX. Steve, KC1AWV. I think Steve said he had traffic. Mike up in Ontario, VE3MIC. Dave from South Wales, thank you for joining us once again. I recognize GW8, Sierra Zulu Lima, with a little bit of traffic. K9FH, Phil, welcome back. Russ, K5TUX, one of the hosts of the Linux and the Ham Shack podcast. Glad to have you back here with us again and checking in on Allstar. And last on my list right now, we got Jacob from the OpenRX project. He's the developer. That's DD5JFK. This is N2XDD Net Control Station for this week's session of the M17 Project Net. Do we have any further check-ins? Please call now.
W8-2IWC. I'm going to attempt to check in. I may get called away by work, but W8-2IWC.
All right, Net Control wishes to recognize Don, beautiful Manhattan in New York City. That's W82IWC. Don's a long-time acquaintance of mine. Nice to have you in here, Don, supporting the net. All right, with that, we'll move up with check-ins, and I'm going to go up to the top of the list. Jonathan, G4KLX, with a little bit of traffic. Okay, Jonathan, the net is yours.
Hi all, from G4KLX. As you point out, I've had a difficult couple of weeks for personal reasons. Just to let you know that I've restarted development work on M17. Over the last couple of days, I've upgraded the M17 M17 gateway, which goes with the MMDVM to obviously allow access to reflectors from the MMDVM. I've now upgraded that to transmit audio prompts in the same way that my software does for most other modes like D-Star, DMR, NXDN, P25, not System Fusion, I don't think. So that when you link and unlink from a reflector, it will say in various languages of your selection that you've actually done that, as well as you have an info command as well. Not been tested yet, of course. I never test anything. And I've also upgraded another program which I needed for the reflector. It's on my GitHub called AMBE Tools, which was initially created to convert voice files to and from AMBE format. I've now upgraded it to also do codec 2, both in 3200 and 1600 mode, which I use to create the audio files for use with the gateway. So that's been upgraded, but the name's not been changed. A bit of a silly name, I'm afraid, but I'm not going to change that. But the gateway's been upgraded. I will probably be adding sometime over the next week a new debug BER type mode to the MMDVM and M17 client, and also the MMDVM Cal, because the idea was originally floated by I've forgotten his call sign, W9XO, but I don't quite agree with his idea. But the concept is good. The implementation will be different. But the idea that will hopefully help me find where the problem is with the MMDVM stuff. I want to get that working so I can start logging in via RF instead of via the internet. A bit of a hint, by the way, if you need cheap, high current power supplies, have a look at Xbox 360 power supplies. They're very cheap and they provide 12 volts up to 14 amps and RF quiet. This is from G4KLX, back to the net.
Hi, Jonathan. Thank you very much for the updates there on your work with the M17 project, and thank you for all the developments you've done throughout the years working with MMDVM and supporting the various digital modes there. If you'd like some more information on Jonathan's work, please check out his GitHub, github.com/G4KLX. Going down the line, Golf Whiskey 8, Sierra Zulu Lima, Dave in South Wales. Go ahead, please.
Okay, this is Golf Whiskey 8, Sierra Zulu Lima. Good morning to everybody, or afternoon as it might be. It's 9 minutes past 6 here in the evening over here in South Wales in the UK. And just to let everybody know that I've got now got M17-Whiskey Alpha Lima up and running. It's running in the cloud. Thanks for adding it to the Reflector list. That's when I registered it. I've also got an Allstar Node running alongside it, and also USRP to M17. So, but I haven't connected them all together yet. That's the project for this week. So we are getting there. So that's my bit of traffic there, Ed. So back over to you. Golf Whiskey 8 Sierra Zulu Lima.
All right, Dave. Thank you for that. Sounds like you dived into the pool head first, and definitely involved in M17 in a few different aspects of it. So we appreciate it. And I'm not sure if you're a member of our Discord or IRC channels. If you're not, come on over. There's always somebody around for the team that's willing to lend a hand. And more information about our different social media platforms can be found at M17Project.org under the Contact Us tab. So if you haven't done so, please check us out. Oh, who else we got here? Anybody else wishing to check in to the M17 Weekly Net? Please call now. All right, nothing heard. Steve, finish chewing your sandwich, because I always catch you mid-bite of your lunch. And if you got a second, if you want to give us just a quick rundown what's going on in the world of M17 and any developments you might have on our Reflector and website reorganization. KC1AWV. This is November 2 X-Ray Delta Delta Net Control Station. Steve?
I swear you timed this perfectly. I'm actually in the middle of eating lunch, but I don't really have anything to go on as far as updates because it's just been a couple of weeks that are just a little less than desirable for focused and everything. So I'm kind of taking a little break, and I got next week off, so I'm probably going to be relaxing, and if I have the time, I'll focus a little bit more on developing apps and everything. But if anybody has any ideas or anything for what they would want to see on the website, give me a shout, and I'll take all the ideas into consideration. We have a really good one from the OpenRTX project. We have an idea for obviously a last heard, but also a country display, so you can see which countries are active on the network, and who's talking to who. So as soon as I figure all that stuff out, I'll add that to the website. But for now it's slow going, but I'll be back on track pretty soon. This is KC1AWV back to net control.
Thank you, Steve. I appreciate you taking the time out to give us a quick rundown. And like I said earlier, if anybody's new to the M17 project and you didn't check in and you're maybe just in the background listening to us today, please feel free to reach out to us via the IRC/Discord channel. A lot of great information in there, and usually there is somebody from the M17 team within the social networks 24 hours a day. So if you have any questions or you need help, somebody's usually there to answer it for you. At this time, I'm going to stand by for any further check-ins, or if anybody has any questions or comments, please call Net Control now. All right, nothing heard. So Steve, in his previous transmission, also mentioned that the OpenRTX guys had some information, or some requests rather, about implementations into the newest version of the Reflector dashboards that Steve's going to try and work on. If you're not familiar with OpenRTX, they're our brother organization, and they've been working very hard in implementing M17 into their current project. There is an MD/UV380/390 slight hardware modification that they're working on, which is going to entail opening up your radio, but it's pretty easy from what I've seen, and eventually there'll be a custom firmware to upload it onto the modified MD 380 series of radios, and you'll be able to use M17 protocol via that vessel. So, do we have anybody else with any questions or comments or late check-ins or anything else they'd like to add or share this week? Please call Net Control. Alrighty, guys. Well, it sounds like we're going to be having a short net today. Everybody's busy. It is the middle of summer here in the States, so I will drop it one more time. If nobody has anything else to add, I will proceed to close the net. So if you have anything, please bring it now.
WA2IWC with a quick.
IWC, go ahead, Don.
I don't want to take up net time with this because it would be of no interest to anybody else, but I must admit you really caused me to do a double take when I realized that the developer of OpenRX, WebRX, was a check-in. So I'd like to get his call letters because I missed them. And I would like to maybe send him an email regarding some open WebRX questions with regard to accessibility and maybe customizing style sheets or something. So much appreciated, and thanks a lot, Ed. Looks like you're doing a lot of great stuff here, man. It's exciting. Always like to see development moving forward in the hobby. Beautiful thing. Back to net, WA2IWC.
Okay, Don, thank you for the kind words. And that was Jacob. And he's Delta Delta 5, Juliet Foxtrot Kilo. I'm going to repeat. Delta Delta 5, Juliet Foxtrot Kilo. Did you copy that, Don?
I sure did. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Anybody else with anything they'd like to add, or any questions, comments, or late check-ins? Okay, hearing nothing, I would like to thank all those stations that checked in today for participating and supporting this net. Your help in maintaining it is appreciated by one and all. I'm Ed, November 2, X-Ray Delta Delta. I want to thank everybody again for checking in here. The net is now secure at 17:20 hours UTC. 7-3. Enjoy the weekend, all.